Friends, you are welcome. It's very wonderful to see all of you from the corners of different parts of the world. It is a joy to have each one of you log in this powerful moment, a moment of learning, a moment of growth, and a moment of building our spiritual connection. Everybody, we want to give a lot of hand claps to Steadfast Leaders International for putting us together in this. My name is Alex Okello. I am the founder and executive director of Talents Enabling Uganda, and I'm also the CEO of St. Eliza Healthcare Services here in Gayaza. I am so blessed to be speaking to you on a very crucial topic on financial management. Financial management. So, friends, today, as we begin our discussion and sharing this evening, now we want you to know that it's not just learning how to make or save money, we are learning how to manage God's resources in a way that honors Him. Financial management is an act of worship. Now, we need to know that everything belongs to God the Father, and therefore, everything that we have belongs to Him. In Psalms 24, verse 1, they say, "The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it, the world and all that lives in it." Okay, so that's what we are here for. So, friends, you are here primarily for a very important purpose, and so that's why we want to go. So, just before we begin, this is how my family looks like. This is the pharmacy which God has given us to manage for the last 12 years, and we are employing around 12 young people working with us there. And through it, God is giving us the opportunity to grow. And that's why we are passionate talking about financial management. Now, when you're looking at this facility started as a small thing, in down there in 2013. And so when it started with a handful of money, but because of the financial discipline, it has grown to this level now. Now we have a pharmacy, now we have a laboratory, we have a scan, and so it is grown that. But all that we owe it to the beauty of financial management, okay? So now this is a reminder, and that's why we are talking about financial management. What on earth are you here for? What are your life's goals? How do you want the world? How do you want to impact the world? Now, this is a question that everybody must answer. And this is the reason why your life on earth is going to be good or is going to be disgruntled. Now, people who understand the reason why God has called them, they live meaningful life. And so this is why when we talk about resources, when we talk about financial management, now the two words are there. Now, one word is finance, and then the second one is management. Your primary reason why you are on this wonderful earth is to manage, because God has sent you here for the purpose for which He has called you for. And for you, therefore, to fulfill that purpose, God is going to provide. And that's why when God sees that you have a vision, then He will provide. That's why provision has two words, pro and vision. So you must have a purpose, a clear direction, a vision, and then God will now provide to support that vision. And that's why we are beginning with this important question. So many people are struggling financially in the world, not because they don't have even money, or not maybe because they have a problem with money issues, but the problem is just crafting and knowing the direction that God wants you to go and what you need to be doing here on the planet Earth. If you know that very clearly, guess what? God will provide. God will provide. So there will be pro and for the vision. That's very important for you to understand, my brother, my sister. So I want you to write down what is the reason. So some of you are very clear where you want to do. That's powerful. Some of us are not clear, and so we need to begin to go back into that. So that's very important. Now, when we talk about financial management is a process of effectively managing and making decisions about one's financial resources to achieve financial goals, to secure financial well-being, and to maintain a stable financial future. Guess those words. And these are powerful words. Number one, managing. Number two, making decisions. So life is full of decisions. Every day you are making a decision about the future, about something, and the decision that you make will impact on kind of resources that you have. Now, when you make wrong decisions, it means you're going to waste the resources that are in your disposal. When you make good decisions, it means you are going to utilize the resources that you have in a better way. So life is a life of decisions. If you begin to make better decisions today, you're going to grow. But if you do not begin to make decisions today, it's going to be a challenging one. So you are the ones to make. Now, your life is in your hands. Now, I want you to note that very clearly, that your life is in your hand. It does not belong to another person. The outcome of your life 10 years from today, 20 years from today, it's as a result of the decisions that you make today. Your life tomorrow is a result or is a report card of the decisions that you made today. So when you look at your life now, it means that it's a reflection of the decisions that you made 10 years ago. So if the decisions you made 10 years ago is bringing a bad result today, it means you need to change your decision, your financial making decisions today, so that your future is better. I hope that is very clear. Okay, so number one, you need to manage your life very well to make better decisions, and so that decisions about your financial resources in order for you to achieve your goals. So number two, again, what are your life's goals? That thing comes back again. What are your financial goals? Now, many people don't even know how much money they need to make them go through the month. And if you do not know even just the money that you need to take you through the month, it means already you are going to waste the money that comes to you. We don't know that. If we knew what we need, even in just a month, in the quarter, in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years, then we shall manage the little that comes into us in a better way. Okay, so one, write up your clear goals. I need 10 million shillings, maybe monthly, so that I can be able to do this. After 1 year, I need how much money for what? That's the most important thing. For what? No, for A, B, C, D. Maybe to get my land, maybe to build a house, maybe to be able to buy a car, maybe to do this ministry, maybe to do a certain house somewhere there. So your goals must be very clear. Now, financial decisions have become much better once you've written them very well. So once you write them and make sure that your life's well-being is clear, then it will help you to maintain a peaceful life, be able to move very well. Now, people who live without goals suffer a lot, okay? So, guys, I want us to be able to do that. Now, why do we need a financial plan? Why do we need? Our life is divided into four major parts, from 0 to 20. From 20 to 40, from 40 to 60, and then from 60 to when God the Father takes us back to himself, okay? Now, if you do not have a plan, it's going to be difficult for you in your life. Everybody has what they call the morning of their life. They have what they call the afternoon of their life. They have what they call the evening of their life and the night time of their life. If you make bad decisions in the morning of your life, life is going to teach you serious lessons in the evening of your life. And that decision is on you. Kindly, my friends, do not look at your parents, do not look at their teachers, do not look at the government. I know that all of us want to get a reason to blame the government here and on. In terms of financial resources and in your life, remove away blame work, because none of those has a mandate to make you better. None of them has a mandate to make you better. Your life is your life. Your decisions are your decision. Your financial life is your financial life. So kindly make sure that you understand that. So from 0 to 20, we expect that you're learning to relate with people, learning to read, learning to write, learning to do something better for yourself, learning a skill, and getting to know also. From 0 to 20, you are a learner and learning and learning. So please, we expect that you have already learned, and many of us maybe are even past that now. And now from 20 to 40, there is no way out. We are expected to be earning, okay? And so I'm going to be quickly telling us a few things that we need in those periods, okay? Maybe just to make it very graphically, I want you to look at this graph very well, that from 0 to 25, you are a dependent. But also look at the other side also. From 70 going ahead, you are either dependent on somebody or you are independent. Now, from 0 to 25, you don't have any choice, okay? Why? Because at that time, through God, okay, God brought you in this world when you're still a young person, and so we don't have a lot of things to blame anybody why you are not. But now from 70 to what, you are, that's why you are either dependent or independent. So now it means therefore from 0 to 25, we have no choice. You don't have anybody to blame. But from 60 going forward, you solely have yourself to blame how your results become. So now 0 to 25, you're depending, you're a child, okay, from 0 maybe to 7, you're still home, 7 to around 10, you are in the kindergarten, from around 10 to around 17, you are in the high school, primary to and high school, and then from around 17 to 24, you are in the university. And so it is scientifically proven for you to be there. You are a dependent. But then we expect you that from 25 going to 50, you are on accumulation phase of income. You are accumulating, you are earning money, you are earning resources, you are saving, you are doing that. That is expected of you, and God put it as a principle for you. Now, in a later stage, maybe on another teaching, we will talk about the principles of Jesus and the person of Jesus. Many of us have embraced the person of Jesus, that is salvation, and we have removed the principle of Jesus, that is being able to work, being able to do things. So we'll talk about that later. But now, for now, it is an expectation for you to accumulate wealth. Nobody is paid or nobody is responsible for you. It is you. Now, I want you to pinch up yourself and say, I am the one responsible. I am the one responsible. If I don't wake up myself, you are going to stay there. Remember, you are growing up. Your ears are moving. So whether you wake up or you don't, you will one day wake up. So please wake up. Now, from 25 up to 55, you're supposed to be accurate. In other words, you are supposed to have something that makes money. Either you have a job, either you have a service, or you have a product that you're selling, you are supposed to have. You can never be there without having what they call the stream of income. It is not there. If you remember, even in the Garden of Eden, there were four rivers streaming there. There was Euphrates, there was Gihon, there was, so all that was there. So there is no way you as the daughter of God, you as the son of God can be there without income. It's impossible. And because of that, many Christians have also have a mistaken identity of the word poverty. They think that the church says remain poor. The poverty that the church teaches is not this one here of money, of resources. The poverty that the church teaches is for you to say, I cannot do without God. I can't do without God. So I need God every time. I am in need of God. So a person who is in need is the poor person. So when the church says you're poor, it says you are in need of God the Father. Never was it mentioned. It was not about money. It was not about resources. So please clarify that mind and let's move forward. Now, what do you need to be doing from 20 to 25? Remember, we said from 0 to 20, there you are just learning. Now, we expect that from 20, now these are lifestyles that people from 20 to 30, people are always prioritizing good life. Even when they don't have money. My former head teacher used to say that people will not use the money that they do not have to buy things that they don't like to please the people who do not even. So please do not waste your money right now on flashy lives. You're having long nails. Every time you're trying to fix nails and so on, and it's taking away your money. You're struggling with eyelashes. You're struggling with the boobs that you don't have. And you're struggling to add this, make you what? Please, this is just in you. This age is always wanting you to be flashy. But I want to assure you, this is the age for accumulation. It's not the age for flashing out money. It's the age for you to be able to want to make sure you're working. And the challenge is that by this age, you are not going to have big salary. No. By this age, we expect your salary to be around 300, 400, 500, 1 million, 2 million. And so that's the age bracket because you're just starting off a job. And so once you're starting off just a job, it means that we are not expecting you to be competing, renting in bigger, higher places. You're going to rent within your moderate time, and then you're able to save all the other money. You're able to make sure that money that you receive, you're able to save, be able to put it in an asset, and then be able to grow. But at this time, life will make you want to spend on flashy things. Get away from that now if you want to manage your finances very well. We're going to share about how to do that. Number three, people live a facade life. A facade life is a life of deception. You want to show, I have the car. You want to show, I have 4 phones. You're carrying 4 phones like you're a 415 person. That is, please remove that one. That one, all you need is 1 phone, which you can be able to use to call people and make money. This is the age, but you see, there is that age for competition. You're just trying to get into the world. So leave that alone. Then generally, at this age, we are generally living serious financial decisions for later. And yet, this is the right time for you to start. Can you imagine when I was in... when I just started my work, I was earning in Ugandan terms. In Ugandan terms, it was 300,000 shillings. So that was after net. In net, I was volunteering. But after net, now I was working and I was earning 300,000 shillings. For I think it was 2-3 years, okay, I was working there. But my boss then put it to us and said, everybody must save, whether you want it or yes. So for me, I was looking at my money. It was really too little. My house was 100,000, meaning I had 200,000 left. So now and then he said, you must save now. For you, all of us in our category, we had to save 50,000 shillings, whether we wanted or yes. Okay, so I had no choice. So it was always saved. That was the first time I registered for an insurance company called Sanlam. Okay, Sanlam. And then also I had to begin saving with other friends. Okay, so now some money was going to the insurance, and then I was saving, meaning that out of my 300,000, I did not have money left for me to just splash around. For those who remember me growing up, I was using a bicycle at that time, and I was staying near the town. So I was able to run to town with my bicycle and come back. All that in the name of, live saving, making sure that I'm living within my means and being able to do. So when I was doing any other work, maybe like training people, working on, so whatever money I would get there, it would come to that. And guess what? After 2 years, a friend of mine called me from Kabohe, and she said there's land here that we want to buy, to sell. Someone wants to sell. And how much was it? The person was on pressure and it was in need. I just sent them 600,000. It needed just me to reach my bank account and the money. And that land up to today is there. When we turn to sell it, it is in millions of money. But at that time, that was so. Friends, Do not leave serious financial decisions for later. This is the right time. Let's look at people between 30 to 40. This is the most productive age of your life. If you're in between 30 to 40, friends, this is the most productive stage of your life. If you're about to enter that, then we need you to get started doing that. If you're above that, no problem. God still is a God who can renew all of us. But please just settle it in your brain. You are in the most productive stage. Now, what do you need to do? One, settle down. If you're not yet married, if God brings someone, settle down, have a wedding. If God brings someone, handle a family at that time. Okay, if anything, but do not go into wild competition if you are not yet, maybe somebody has not yet come. It's not for you to begin struggling. The settling down here means now you have a permanent address. We know where you are renting. We know you know yourself that I am now renting here and I'm coming out from here, and people know where you come from. You are settled. Okay, that's what we need. Now the other thing is, and now for those people who are got married maybe in 30s, in 20s, now that the school fees has come in, the expenses can begin coming in. Okay, the infants begin going to school and begin something like that. And then also between 30 to 40, you begin to focus a lot on children's needs. For those ones who have now come, for those ones that have come, then there is also now an urgency of career growth and development, eyeing for promotions. Why? Because now you have come from the 20s, you're now to the 30s, and so now promotions are beginning to knock on your door. But for the promotion to happen, you need to have upgraded to a certain course. You're beginning to study also. So then also there's a societal pressure for you for personal development. Build your own house, have a car, be able, go to the village and do a house there, be able to contribute to the people's weddings. Why? Because the people see you are now in 30s, they see you as a responsible person. All this need finances. And that means you should have started planning early and being able to manage your finances very well. Okay, now, for the people for 40s to 50s, now, you remember now at that point now your children are now in high school and some of them are even in the university, and a big chunk of your income goes to their education, whether you want it or yes. Okay, now at that point also you're having aging parents, and then at that point suddenly you begin thinking of the investments, and if you did not invest already, you begin having what they call being frightened. And it is what they call being frightened, and begin seeing that money is not as enough as you thought it would be. Remember when you were in 20s to 30s, you were leaving those decisions for later. Now you have reached there, life is not as you wanted. Okay, so because you did not save it from that. So it's important for you to think about now. Panic comes in there, and most of us start running up and down trying to set up a business, and then the business fails. Remember, for you to start up the business, you need about 1 to around 5-7 years. So if you start your business at 45, then it will only stable when it is at 51, 52. So it's important for you, my friends, wherever you are right now, to take financial management as emergency now, okay? Because it is important for you. If you delay it, it's going to be a problem for us, and it's going to hit you bad. So this time at 40 to 50, jobs are threatened. Your jobs are threatened. Why? Because they are younger, sharp people who know AI, who have come up. You are in 50s and you're struggling. Of course, I know that there are some courses there on Coursera and so on where you can catch up with young people, but you will find that there are organizations that cannot allow people beyond 45 and above, okay? So it's important for you to begin planning now before the age comes and catches up with you. People leave career and people begin stagnant. So what do we need to do, okay? So, of course, 50 to 60, you're already now in retirement. All the age sickness is coming, stress comes, and so on and so on. So now, if you had not planned for your finances to manage them now better, that time life begins to become okay. So I don't know which circle you belong. There is a circle of vicious cycle of poverty. This is this vicious cycle of poverty where you are living in low income, low savings, low capital, low returns, low standard of living, early death and limited. There's that cycle. But then there's this cycle also where you have low earnings. Okay, it's a little unstable. You are earning money, but the money is, somebody said that your take home is not able to take you home. Okay, so you're living, and most of the times you're living beyond your means. Most of the times you're living beyond in loans, and so you have this loan there, you have the other loan there. In the shop you have a loan, in the bank you have a loan. So this is not a good cycle for you, the unstable one. In this cycle also there's poor management of financials. Okay, you lack, so you don't have goals, you have skewed habits, you are uncontrolled purchasing habits, no savings, and you don't have assets, and the cash flow is in crisis. We want you to be able to go to this. Okay, so we need to be able to go to a place where you can analyze yourself and know which directions that you're going to. Okay, and appreciate your net worth very well, be able to budget properly and go. Okay, so we want you to go to a circle of steady financial wealth. Okay, so a moment of truth here. Where are you right now? We need you to know, where are you right now, today at this point, okay, of transition. Can your assets support you when you stop working? Are you wealthy? Are you financially stable, or are you financially unstable? We want you to be in a financially stable point where you are able, the money that you're earning from your job, from your business, from your side hustles, from whatever, that it's able to sustain you, able to take your children to school, able to make you may not even be substantially contributing to people's things, but at least for you as a child of God, you are able to take care of. So we want you to be in that place. Okay, now somebody said there's a wealthy place somewhere, okay, and you need to be able to reach there. So in financial matters, you cannot lie. Okay, you cannot lie. You can lie to everybody else, but you cannot lie to yourself. So now we want to be able to come to, we have talked about this, that, in financial status, there's what they call emergency situation. Emergency situation, it is where your expenses are exceeding your salary. You're earning 1 million, but your expenses are 2 million. You're earning 2 million and your expenses are the 3 million. Okay, that is called the emergency situation. You are always running from one place. Then there's a situation called a bad situation. Your expenses are equal to your income. That's a bad situation. The bad situation is because you are not able to contribute generously anywhere apart from yourself. And so if you lost your job like this, Papa, life is really goes back to a bad situation. A good situation is temporary. Your expenses are temporary, below your salary, okay, your income. So maybe you have a salary of 2 million and your expenses are 1.5. That's really good. Maybe it's a 5 million and your expenses are like 4 million. So that is good. But once in a while you can cross, but you can manage. That's a very good situation. But we want us to move, friends, children of God. We want to move to financial independence, where your expenses are within your assets and income. Now, remember, we are not even talking about your job and so on. We're talking about your expense, talking about your assets. Your assets, either it's a business, either it's your different assets. You get those monies, and those monies are able to manage all this. So what do we need to become financially? Okay, what do we need? Number one, we need knowledge. We need a skill. We need the confidence that enables individuals to manage personal, finances effectively. So you need the knowledge, you need the skill, and then you need the confidence. Now, in terms of personal finance, one is you need planning and managing your money. You need to plan and manage your money. Do not wait for money in order for you to plan. Plan before the money comes. I have seen this, I've run around the country teaching about this topic, and I have seen people always waiting for money first, then they now the plan. The challenge with that is that money has what they call pressure. When the money lands in you, it has a way of making you forget all the other needs of the last month, and then it will concentrate on the needs of today. That's the only problem with it. And that's why when you plan, you need to plan it ahead of time. Have an itemized list. Have an itemized list and say, this is our priorities this month. These are our priorities next month. This is our budget this month. And so once you have that, and when the money comes, you have already told the money, planning means. That's what planning means. Planning simply means telling your money where to go, as opposed to the money telling you where to go. These are two different things. There are people who wait for money to tell them where to go. We, the children of God, need to tell the money what to do. And so we are the managers of the money. The money does not manage us. And so that's the planning. So my plan, for this month, looking at my family. Now, what's the food amount? Now, what's the amount do I allocate for the food? What amount do I allocate for my transport? What amount do I allocate for health? What amount do I allocate maybe for support, maybe parents and so on? What amount do I allocate, for all these different things according to your priorities, and then you list it down, friends, you list it down. Once that is done, and then you're saying, okay, this is what we want to do, maybe this year. These are my plans month by month, month by month, and then you have a whole year crafted, and you can be able to tell yourself, this year we want to achieve this. Next year I want to achieve this. The other year I want to achieve. So what are those, what we call the things that you plan to achieve in your life? Write them down, and then you can distribute them in the years, and then that's the planning part there. Now, for you to plan, you need financial goals. Okay, now financial goals come with a plan. Like, for example, when we started off the other year, we said we need now the the first car that we had a lot of issues. So I don't want to tell you the whole story because there's no time of how we had to really get rid of that car. But anyway, so we put it there in our dashboard, in our plan. Now we need this car. Now this car will need, that was the plan. Then now you say the goal, the financial goal for this car is 25 million. So that's what you put there. Okay, so you have the thing that you want to achieve, the land is there that you want to achieve. Then also you put how much money you need for that land. Now, many people just plan that this year I want my land, I want really land. And you don't even know how much that land is going to cost. Now, that is not going to be a plan. That is just a sheer daydreaming. Okay, you need to put that. And then after that, knowing that this is what I want, and this is the goal, how much money it is, then now you need to go and create a cash flow and a budget for it. Once you create a cash flow and a budget for it, then it will be able to help guide you move on a daily basis. Okay, so a financial planning. Okay, no, so this is the blueprint. Probably we'll do this, and after this we'll end here for today. So this is the blueprint for us to do what we call financial freedom, for you to be able to manage your money effectively, and then be able to to run very well on a daily basis on your life. Now, whenever money comes to you, now there's a scripture which talks in Corinthians, which says, when God gives resources, some of it is going to be for planting, others is going to be for food today, others is going to. So that's what happens, that whenever you receive money is supposed, every money that lands in your hand is supposed to be divided into three ways. Okay, number one, there is the past, then there is the present, then there is the future. All money that you have is supposed to have a tripartite. Let me call it like that, tripartite. It's supposed to be shared tripartitically. I hope that is good English. The money is supposed to be for the past money, then the present, and then the future. So what do I mean the past? That if you have any loans, if you have anybody that you had borrowed money from, when you get it, the first thing is that get a portion of it and pay some of it. If it's not able to clear all of it, at least you're paying some of it. In that way, you're going to be in good relationships with people around you. And the reason why you need to have a good relationship with them is they're going to give you more references to better things. When you begin cutting your relationship with the people, you are breaking your opportunities for your growth. So do not allow things like finances to break your relationship with the people. So when money comes to you, I want you to write them down very clearly. The past, okay? Look at the past is really loans that you have. And then the present. The present is looking at your current expenditure, the current costs that you are incurring. And then now the future is the investments for the future. So make sure all that. So these three are all divided into this. So the present is here on both the past and the present are in the expenses or your budget. So that must consume 60% of every money that you get. So when somebody gives 100,000, we expect that 60,000 will come to your expenses or to your budget. Okay, if somebody gives you 1 million, we expect that 600,000 will come into your budget for expenditure, your rent, okay, your food, your transport, your health. It must be within that. Do not spend more than that. And that's why we want to ask you, my friends, that if you're earning a million shillings, what are you doing renting a house of 600,000 shillings? That means you are not supposed to be in that house. And now you are in that house and you're trying to, as if you're competing like you're going to get an award for the best renting person. You are not. Just get out of that. Go into a place where you can be able to rent a place within. Do not, if you're earning 1 million shillings, do not spend more than 400 on rent. Spend at least 300 or below, okay? And so that you can accumulate the other 300 is for your living and so on. And then the other amount, okay, is now for your long-term investments. 20% of it should go to your long-term investment. Investing into different, we are going to talk about the investment vehicles soon, but think about buying land. Do not worry about buying land in the community where you are right now. Go to a place, go deep inside there. Buy from there. It might be cheaper there, but I can tell you, like I learned from a Nigerian friend, it says that you do not wait to buy land. You buy land and then you wait. Okay, so then maybe unit trusts, maybe bonds, maybe all those, maybe you're starting a business. That's 20% of every money that you receive. And then the 10%, there are two 10%. One 10% is for your saving, okay? Save them in a circle. Save it in a treasury bill. Save it in a bank deposit. Save it in a stock. Please do not just save in a bank account. No, bank account is not a saving for you. Bank should be a place to transition money to a place. Save it in a treasury bill. Save it in a stock. Save it in a cash, in a unity trust. Save it there, because there you are earning interest. What if you save it in a bank? There you are just spending. Okay, so I have a bank accounts and I use them a lot, but it is for transfer of money. And that's what you should be able to do also. And then the other 10%, do it for protection. Do it for emergency. Save that NSSF. Save for health. Do insurance. Okay. So this is all the money that you get, whether it's 100,000 divided like this, whether it's 200,000 divided like this, it helps you. And guess what? In the beginning, the 10% looks to be small. 10% is to the church, okay. But here I put it for protection, but for you, take it to the Lord. The Lord will bless you. So now, in the beginning, the 20% looks small, but I can tell you, after 7 months, after 1 year, that small money is going to make you smile. It's going to begin growing, and once it begins putting on weight, you will smile forever. And it's very important for you. So friends, this is the blueprint that we want you to be able to buy into, walk into, work into, every day. This is the discipline. When you manage your money like this, you'll be an excellent child of God, and then God will be very happy with you. Remember, whoever manages little, more will be added to them. Whoever does not manage little, even the little they have will be removed. That's the principle of God everywhere. I have tried this. Whenever we have been faithful with the little, God has raised us up. Whenever we have been wasting and squandering, even the little that we have is already removed. So I pray, friends, that you follow this and that we'll be able to manage our money effectively, and then we grow very well. So once again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, SLI team, for the opportunity to giving me in this time. I pray that each one of us really works hard, does this thing, we grow better, and then we impact the world in a much sustainable way. Thank you so much, and God bless you.